Hello, my name is Josh Parks. Today I am going to train you, hopefully, on how to switch out the light bulb or lamp out of a Source-4 ellipsoidal lighting fixture. Now before we begin, I would like to go ahead and say a couple thank yous. First of all, I would like to thank my friends Al and Alan and Jody for being my audience, and my wife Monica for filming this today. I'd also like to thank my employer, Mainstage Theatrical Supply, for allowing me the use of the equipment. So let's go ahead and begin. The point of this video is to train a person in how to switch out the light bulb or lamp out of a Source-4 ellipsoidal lighting fixture. Now once you have this knowledge, you can go ahead and by extension apply it to other types of lighting fixtures, and hopefully then have some confidence in dealing with lighting fixtures in general terms specifically, and also with more different types of lighting and technology and mechanics. So to begin with, we'll start with some basic terminology. I've been referring to lighting fixtures. The term fixture refers to a piece of lighting equipment as a whole. This entire unit is the fixture. The fixture is made of several different parts. The first part is this right here that I'm moving. This is the yoke. This allows someone to go ahead and take the lighting fixture and mount it to a stand or a pipe or a joist using, most of the time, a C-clamp like this one, sometimes a specific adapter. Then we have the back, or the lamp housing, right here, which also has, coming out of it, the power source, the plug, and what's called the pigtail, which is the cord. We then have the body of the fixture, and that consists of two parts. On top here, we have the reflector housing. Lighting fixtures are typically named based on what kind of reflector is inside them. This is an ellipsoidal fixture. The reflector, or mirror, inside the fixture is shaped like half an egg. It's half an oval shape that the lamp sits inside, and that reflects all of the light out the front. The second part of the body is down here, and that's the barrel. The barrel has a couple parts to it that are unique almost to ellipsoidal lighting fixtures. The first would be the shutters here. When you open the shutters all the way, it gives you a circle of light. You can use the shutters then to create different shapes, whether it's a square, or a triangle, or a rhombus, or what have you. You would use the shutters to go ahead and do that. Also, in front of one of the shutters, we have a small slot here that one could put in what's called a gobo, or a pattern. So if you wanted just the light shape of snowflakes, or leaves, or clouds, you could get a silhouette pattern, put it in right there. And also in front of that is a slot for what's called a drop-in iris, which is a piece of equipment that you put into the ellipsoidal body, and you move a lever, and it makes the circle of light larger or smaller. Finally, down here at the bottom, we have the lens tube. The lens tube contains a lens that allows you to make the spot of light larger or smaller from varying distances. It creates, or rather it shapes the cone of light, whether it's more narrow or wider. A 50-degree lens tube gives you a nice big spot of light at a short distance. A 5-degree lens tube gives you a small spot of light from a far distance. Which actually brings us to the next piece of equipment, which is the lamp. I've been using this term a lot, lamp. The lay term would be light bulb. You'll never hear the term light bulb used for this piece of equipment outside of a presentation or training such as this. This is the lamp for this fixture. It's called an HPL lamp. HPL, creatively enough, stands for high-powered lamp. So an HPL lamp. This is a 375-watt lamp. There's also 575-watt lamps and 750-watt lamps. The basic parts of the lamp are the bulb itself, and that is the glass right here with the filament inside of it. And what's important about that is that you do not touch it. Never, ever, ever touch the glass. Then we have the base. With the brand that this is, we have a metal base. There's other brands that have ceramic bases. And then finally the pins at the end here. So this is the lamp. The lamp goes into the fixture. The lamp lights up. The fixture points the light. So, a person might be wondering why this is important. What is the importance of switching out the lamp in a Source-4? You may never, ever, ever need this skill. Well, the simple fact of the matter is that Source-4 as a brand is becoming more and more an industry standard. And regardless of what field a person ends up in, you may find yourself one day having to prepare a presentation in a large venue. Chances are that venue is going to have instruments or fixtures similar or exactly like this one. It's always helpful to have some idea of what goes on around you. You'll be able to relate to the people who are there to help you make this thing go much better if you have at least a basic understanding of at least one aspect of what they do. So let's go ahead and start switching out the lamp. The first thing to do is to move the yoke out of your way. Then, you unscrew a small brass bolt on the back here and lift off the back. And there is the bolt, and here is the lamp in the back. There's a pair of wires here. You simply pinch them together, open them up, and once again, do not touch the glass. Something that's good to have around is a piece of paper. Some lamps come wrapped in foam. You can use the foam that they're wrapped in. Go ahead, wrap that around. You can then, by the base, pull out the old lamp. It is not always this easy. I like to go ahead and just double check the pins on the old lamp, make sure there's no corrosion. If there is corrosion, you may have blown out the wiring, and that's a whole new training video. You then go ahead, take your new lamp, place it right inside, lower the wires, clip them in, and you've replaced the lamp in a Source-4 ellipsoidal lighting fixture. Turn the cap, screw it back down, and there you go. Now I mentioned you never should touch the glass because it's extremely hot. This is a 375 watt lamp. That's the weakest that we have. This is what happens when you touch the glass. The oil from your fingers gets on the glass gets superheated by the filament, and it blows the lamp in a variety of creative ways. So let's go ahead, and now that we've switched out the lamp, we will take our adapter so that I can plug this into a wall. I'll plug it in, I'll open up the shutters, I'll point it away from my friends, and switch it on, just to make sure that we do in fact have a bad lamp. So, go ahead and unplug the fixture. To go through this process again to prove that this piece of equipment does in fact work. Always important to observe as much safety as possible. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in a preliminary report, they found that 171 people passed away on the job due to exposure to electricity in 2011. So you always want to make sure to be as safe as possible. So, we've got our old lamp in. You've now seen me do this twice. You should be very familiar with the process at this point. So, we'll screw it back in, make sure that our power source is off. Plug in the fixture, turn it on, and there we go. And you can see just how bright this gets. The Source-4 575 watt lamp in the ellipsoidal fixture. I have here another fixture. This is another Source-4 fixture. This is what's called a Source-4 PAR, referred to a parabolic lens. Once again, we have the back right here, and from there, it's the exact same thing. So hopefully you would be able to translate the skill from here, apply it to here, and gain some confidence throughout different types of fixtures. So I thank you very much, And I hope you have a wonderful experience learning about how to switch out this lamp.